Hello, welcome back to Let's Watch Me Suffer playing EU3. For those of you just joining us, our lands are held by the enemy. We have an army that should be more than sufficient of dealing with these troops, but we cannot reach this land. Their navy here will pop out as soon as we think about crossing and block the path. Which means these provinces are being held, it's racking up our war exhaustion. We're going to have revolts breaking out soon. To make matters worse, this territory here, which I'm regretting taking to be honest, is held by more troops than I can even hope to support. So that has absolutely been written off. This seems like as good a time as any to discuss a certain issue that is a bit contentious, and that's of saving and reloading when things go wrong. I personally have no issue with that. This is after all, for all its complexity and fantasticness, a game. It's played to have fun, and personally I can get more enjoyment watching something crash and burn than I can of building it up. And let's be honest, this was never meant to be a perfect playthrough. I'm hoping some people will find it entertaining, and yeah, watching someone fail is pretty funny. So, for better or worse, I'm not going to be reloading or anything like that. I'm just going to be playing straight through. If we end up getting completely annexed, then fair play. I'll hope we'll have fun along the way. Now, to the matter at hand. My navy, it's not enough to compete with them. They have a commander for their navy, they have more ships. Sending my fleet out to fight them will just be reinforcing them if they manage to capture any ships. Last time I even tried sending out a cog to out here just to see if we can give them the runaround and slip onto the mainland. It didn't quite work. It didn't end too well for the sailors. Now I've been giving this situation a lot of thought. It's kept me up all night. The only possible way forward I can think of is to just send out another sacrificial cog. I think the reason they were able to catch us was because we were trying to go a long way around. But if we head towards the coast of Sarawak, then hopefully we can keep the navy pinned in this little area in combat, which it just gives enough time to get some troops over here, defeat this army, and hopefully lay siege to these provinces. It is a tall order, but if I can reclaim this territory and siege these provinces, I may be able to force a white peace if I'm lucky. So, without further ado, I have the very depressing task of picking someone to sacrifice. I think we'll go with Paramaswara. It's difficult to pronounce, of course, but it's the name of our heir. He's given us some problems in the past, so he shall be our victim. Now, yeah, I've not tried this before. I don't know if we'll reach them in time, or if by the magic of the AI they'll actually be able to head us off before we can reach it, so I'm hoping for the best here, people. And without further ado, let's go. It's a bit too fast, slow down. Okay, they've made it, let's go, run people, run! If I can get you over before, I may have a chance of pulling my cog back. Can we? Oh! You guys are heroes. I hope you were looking forward to your reward in the afterlife. Oh, brilliant. I was perfectly happy to let them die for a chance of getting out of this with a white peace. But hey, if they live, that's all the better. It'll certainly help with the war score. Okay, very happy to not see you retreating north. I want to get started on these sieges as soon as possible. I'm not seeing the navy come out to sea, which is good. That does suggest that they've not got any troops to reinforce their position here with. Okay, we're laying siege to these provinces here. Now, the main limiting factor is of course on manpower, so I'm not going to try assaulting any forts directly. That will just be a waste of men, and that's one thing we need the most of right now. Okay, we've beaten them to the province. That's great for our general. And we've wiped out the army. I could not have hoped for anything better there. Yeah. They've still to build a fort here. In fact, they're actually having one in construction, so let's put a spanner in that works. As I was saying in the beginning, this territory is an absolute write-off. I'm convinced now if I hadn't taken that in the peace deal and focused on this island here, we may have been able to avoid this war. I'm not sure if you need to have 1,000 men to combat the fort, or at least to begin the siege. I've found whenever I've had less men than that here, it's always stayed at 0% for an extremely long time. I'm not sure how many of these are troops or how many are rebels. 6. So even if these guys do come over, we should be able to hold them off if we can regroup. It really is only a matter of time before this province defects outright. You know, it's one of their cores, we have no claim on it. Speed up a little bit. I mean, for example, our siege in Benkulin is already up to 75%, whereas the two here, they stayed at 0, so hopefully I'll take these first, then head my men up here. Actually, no, disregard that. The big problem we have at the moment is the fact that these provinces held by the enemy are causing us lots of war exhaustion. Getting these back from them is more important than holding these territories right now. We have a war score of -1%. Given how Brunei have been dominating us in this, that's incredible. Okay, 1-1. The provinces are ours again. That's given us a positive war score. Is it enough to let them peace out? No. Ah, there we go, we've got a peace offer. White peace. Now, up until now, they've been completely unwilling to discuss peace with me. I really expected them to be asking for some territory in exchange for peace, so that does give me hope. This is a moral dilemma. I don't want to get cocky. I mean, I've been able to turn this around, but it could just as easily fall the other way. but... okay. I'm going to decline and see if I can't get anything out of them if I do manage to retake these two provinces. I mean, right now we hold their territory, so they will be incurring war exhaustion because they are blockaded. If we can get some kind of a revolt risk going on here, then that would be good. I mean, I really want to hurt these guys. Okay, yeah, their province is just defected for them. It gives us a casus belli. It automatically switches over to them, but yeah, they'll no longer accept the white peace. I think what's going to happen is they're about to bring troops over. Yeah, they've brought out their fleet. So... okay, the fact that it's positioned here rather than the Straits of Johor does mean that thankfully they're not landing the troops on here, they're doing it here where we have a chance of actually doing something about it. I don't want to stop the siege. I need these provinces back as soon as we can. I'm not sure which province they'll be landing in. Can we see where they're going? It looks like they're heading straight into Lampung, so they'll be getting that back as soon as likely. I think this is the moment where I regret not taking a peace with them. Oh, we have got a slider change though. Now, I can finish our move towards free subjects, which will increase the morale of our armies. We do risk a stability drop. Or God forbid something positive could happen. Yeah, I'm going to hope for the best. I'm incurring the chance of rebellions, but if I can get away with it and increase the troops' morale, then that's only going to be a good thing. And no. This game hates me. So let's bring them down here. Actually, we'll wait till my... oh no, they're coming to us. That's how confident they are. Ah, no, we've managed to scare them. If we link all our troops together, that's enough. So we'll make it to here before they do. So once they land, we'll send in the rest of our troops, and hopefully that's going to be enough. If we can crush them and get them on the run, then we may even be able to get something out of this war. And frankly, that would be hilarious. So one weekend, off we go. Charge! Hold on, guys. You've only got to last a month. Oh goodness, 14 troops have landed. How on earth are they fielding such... okay, well... they can't have more armies, surely. Okay, for some... no, that's not true, they are coming after us. They're not going to arrive for another month, so if we can finish this fight off before then... oh, we have. Now they're fleeing south, so... And we have stopped them from advancing. Come on guys, let's get out of this. Actually, I'm not sure what I'm doing. If I can... Hang on, let's work this out. These troops will arrive in Lampung on the 1st of May. Our 8,000 men, which should be then be able to attack Brunei's 5,000 before reinforcements. These troops can then carry on to Palembang. They'll reach there before we do, so we won't have to worry about facing them, unless they do a U-turn and come back. I can't decide between heading back and trying to finish off these sieges, or heading south and seeing if we can't get lucky and finish off one of their armies. I'm gonna head south. I can't see me finishing a siege before they either attack us. And right now they're separating, and keeping the army separated is a good thing. In fact, I think I'd like to keep you here, just in case we need anyone to jump in and help our troops. If I could get a white piece right now, I would take it so fast. I should have known that would happen as soon as I changed his direction. Okay, are you staying there? You are. Now supposedly, when an army is defeated, the direction in which it retreats is completely random. But how much do you want to bet that as soon as we defeat them, they'll be heading to Palembang? If they head to Bencoolen, I will sing the Pokemon theme tune on YouTube. I don't know. What? That never happens. That never happens. Oh, good grief. Well, let's just pretend that never happened and carry on pursuing. On a more serious note, we did manage to successfully reinforce this fort, so they will be sieging there for quite some time. As we continue pursuing these troops, well, I'm going to try and get some mercenaries in to at least attempt to siege the provinces. Okay, we have managed to finish them off. I think I've uncovered a sneaky way of being victorious here. This game clearly hates its players so much, it will troll them so intensely, that if you offer to do something embarrassing, it will automatically lose for you. So, if I can beat this army, I will cry. Yeah, is that enough for you, you heartless beast of a game? You'll make me cry. I can't believe it. Several prominent men in our country are pointing out that the path we are going when it comes to army research is utterly foolish and will amount to nothing. They demand that we stop the current approach and stick with what was good enough for our fathers. So we can lose 305 ducats currently invested in land tech, which is about a third of what we already have, or we can just ignore them and lose stability. I'm sure I've said this many times before, but a big fear right now is rebels, so I'm not going to take the hit stability. This could be a good time, however, to start actually investing in stability. Just under a year before we can go back up again. So yeah, we'll take the hit to research. That's fine by me. We really need these provinces back though. At least they are suffering war exhaustion too. A bit more than I am in fact. But it's not enough to create a revolt risk. That's unfortunate. They're crossing the ocean to Real, and I'm sure you can work out what will happen if we pursue. Surprise navy! Okay, I'm going to come over here and hope I can draw you out. I really suspect I'm going to need to crush that army before they'll even consider peace. Yeah, white peace is off the cards. Rebels. White peace. So not only do we have rebels popping up, but we can't attack their army. However, 2,000 rebels aren't too much to deal with. I know, I'm getting cocky. Last time I declined the white peace I regretted it, but hey, let's not learn from our mistakes or anything. Mercenaries always manage to end up retreating. If we can just take back these provinces, we'll... more troops. Although they seem to be headed into Renau, so not an immediate threat. Although they are coming back. To be expected. Nothing we can't handle. I don't mean that. Let's do something utterly foolish and attack them, even with a terrain penalty. come back. Actually, hold on. There's a breach in the walls in Syak. It is now possible to build some temples. I'm not going to, but it does remind me of the fact that I'm currently wasting magistrates. Now with 17 ducats we can get a -1 to revolt risk, so I'm taking that straight away. Otherwise though, just paintings, just keep our cultural tradition up. Come on guys. I think if we lose too many men here, we may become an attractive target for them to attack. But it looks like we've done it. Okay, great, we've got this province back. Back here. I'm actually amazed at just how low our revolt risk is. The highest is 5.9, and that's in a province that's not even ours. So in just over a year and a half our truce will expire, and DI has an annoying habit of knowing when you're overextended and declaring war on you. You know, this war's been going on long enough. The war exhaustion's getting higher than I am, and I'm sure I'll be able to get mine under control soon, but I'm going to try and break this country. If I can get our maximum war exhaustion is 19, which would obviously give us a 20% chance of revolt risk. If they have a similar one, we can at least hope to get something similar going on. At least I want to get some territory out of this. To have such a miraculous turnaround, I want to at least have something to show for it. Although if there's one theme you should hopefully have picked up from this game by now, is that overconfidence will always lead to your downfall. Okay, very happy to see your stability increased. Worried to see how much we're minting in fact, but don't really have much of a choice at the moment. Okay, I can reclaim their territory, but right now the emphasis is on taking back this province and keeping our war score under control. On 13%. Okay, the walls are breached. I'm not going to assault the... We're still not replenishing our manpower. If I had anything in reserve, then yeah, I'd be assaulting the forge and taking the fight to them. But not at this stage. The siege is at 100%, it should flip any time now. The sooner the better, obviously. But hey, you know, take your time. Okay, that makes 4 months at 100%, in which time their siege has also crept up to the same level. Still absolutely no way I'm going to besiege to assault the fort though, not unless the morale's a lot lower. And again, demonstrating just how fickle I am, I think it's actually time to attack. I'm a bit worried about the amount of time that's passing. The longer this drags on, the more revolt risk will suffer, and naturally the more chance they'll have to build more troops and reinforce this position. We are leaving troops behind though, so the siege will continue. There'll still be a chance for it to flip over. Okay, let's hope for the best here. It's not looking good so far. Let's hope we can turn it around. Oh, look at those casualties. Just goes to show the difference. Excellent. Just goes to show the difference a few bad dice rolls and a terrain penalty can make. Ah, we've won. Thus ending the siege, which is the best thing we could hope for. Now, if we can... If we can make it here after August, yeah, we'll be reinforced. Let's go. Okay, that army is fleeing. It's good that they won't be... Ah, we beat them to it. That's fantastic. There you get the penalty. I love this general. I will build a statue for him in the capital. There's no doubt about that. Can we we get someone out there just to stop them? Where's our lucky cog? Don't know who's going to make it out first. Okay, excellent. Blocked this straight. And wiped out the army! Oh, fantastic. Would that be enough to finally force them into a peace? No, of course not. Oh, actually, it hadn't recognised that the army had been destroyed. How about now? It would. Will they give me anything? They'll cede land! 2 provinces. Would they give 3, I wonder? Could I take this whole island? Okay, there's only one way to find out. Let's get sieging, everybody. Yeah, look at you, crying for peace. God, how undignified. Who would possibly do anything like that? Same event again, lose some more research in land. Chamba have declared war on Brunei. That's unusual. I'm usually the person who gets war declared upon them. However, the AI is very good at smelling weakness. It's another reason I want to get this resolved as soon as possible, so let's be foolish and assault a unbreached fort. Khmer have declared on Brunei. It's not a nice feeling, is it? Now, of course, the big problem to be aware of is that once you siege a fort, your morale does drop down to 0. It's not showing here because we were able to be reinforced before it finished, but if an army happens to cross paths with you when you're at 0 morale, you can be wiped out immediately. You won't even go through the rigmarole of a fight, you'll just be killed. Again, this is foolish for the manpower situation, but can you imagine if I could get all 3 provinces from this debacle? That's almost too much to hope for. So yeah, I'm really keeping an eye on these troops here. If they manage to cross and hit us when we have no morale, there could be another U-turn here. Okay, there we have more troops entering Brunei. That's only going to mean good things for us. A fractured nation here will be one much easier to invade. Come on. You can do it, guys. You can do it. Come on! Yes! Now, with crossed fingers. Yes. Yes. Yes! Haha! 12 in for me, which we can handle comfortably. Fantastic, everybody. So, from what turned out to be a diabolical start, we've managed to secure this island. Brunei have been left in trouble, high war exhaustion, under attack on 2 fronts. I'm knackered, I need a cup of tea, bit of a cool down. Thank you for watching, goodbye.